I was in Aldi doing me shop. Now, I have two types of Aldi shop. One shop is Shindy's give me a list. It generally tends to be longer. I don't know where most of the things are on that list. The good thing about Aldi is, though, at least the layout is pretty much the same any Aldi you go to. So that's one good thing I rate about Aldi, apart from quality and price and all the other stuff. So I'm in Aldi, next to the gym, done my gym session. I'm just going in to get my little breakfast items. Bang, 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 bang. I've got to the last row where the bread and things are. I'm just trying to get my breakfast bars. The last thing I need, right? But there's a bit of congestion. So I just got a little basket. I don't need a trolley. I feel like if I have a trolley, I'm going to fill the trolley, right? There's a principle, Parkinson's law, I think it's called. And Parkinson's law, it basically says, if I said to you, Indy, you've got 8 hours to do this task, then you will fill 8 hours in doing the task. If I say you've got 10 minutes to do it, you're doing 10 minutes, right? So it's the thing about we fill up the available time to us, and that's technically not efficient, and most of the time it's not productive, but we just feel like because we've had lots of effort and we spent lots of time on something, it makes it more productive and effort. It's not. So in the same vein, I don't go for the bigger trolley because I feel like I'm going to fill it up with shit I don't need. Yeah. Best advice I've ever got is never go without a list, because then you've got no focus, and never go when you're hungry. Those are two things when you go shopping. So I'm there. I think I have to get back to podcast with you, or I'm doing something else. I'm on a timeline. And then there's this elderly couple, right? So so I'm in the middle lane. Let's think of it like a motorway. I'm in the middle lane. In the fast lane, it's actually quite funny. So in the fast lane are these two elderly people who are the slowest, but they're in the fast lane, if you think from a motorway perspective, right? But they're kind of veering into my middle lane.
Indy.
Right? And then on the slow lane, you've got a combination of mother, child, annoying, mummy, can I have this? Mummy, can I have this? That kind of age. Plus somebody stocking the shelves, and they've got loads of saman now. And I'm like, yo, this is like, padani, ki hoya na, hana? And all I need is this one item. I know exactly where the item is, right? But here's the thing. I think it comes down to being British. I think that's where it comes from. But I didn't have the thing to say to this elderly couple, excuse me. That's all I had to say. So what I did instead is I started looking at random items that were there. I had no idea what these items were. I got so deep, I'm talking like 3 levels of inception. I started Googling the ingredients just to learn what they were. And then I think I moved on to Googling recipes for, okay, if I was going to buy this hypothetically in this, level 3 inception, what would I do with it? I think I even made it to a YouTube video. So yeah, that happened. This went on for about 10, 15 minutes. No, not 15, 10 minutes.
What were they doing?
I don't know what language they're speaking. That was the thing. They were talking a different language, and they were looking at things and then looking at the trolley. Then one was stationary and one would go away and go and get something, come back, and then they fight about, no, we don't need this. So, bechare, but mainu bahut arsa hai, and I was just like, I can't say anything here. And I just didn't say, excuse me, excuse kar sakte ho? No. And I just stood there, waited till they moved on, and then dropped all the other shit I was doing and just straight to my item, bang. And then when I wanted to make my quick escape, I couldn't do that either, because then there was a massive line. I always like sometimes where this doesn't happen with all people. Question.
You need to come shopping with me in London, and you will learn the concept of aggression in a supermarket.
Give me example.
Everyone puts hands around you to get to shit. They will not say excuse me. They'll just poke through you. There is no excuse me. It's just bam, go, bam, go. And there's an understanding that everyone knows that's what it is. Don't get upset. So I should take you there, and then you go to Birmingham and you'll be like, bam, just take it and go. People will think you're rude, but who cares? You're probably never going to see him again.
Sounds like how you guys drive in London as well, doesn't it? Just don't give a shit, cut in. Horn.
I actually don't drive like that. I drive okay, but other people do. Yes. If you give someone way down here, it's like, oh my God, you're a nice person. Or they're thinking, ha, sucker.
Yeah, we were driving to Harry Potter that day. I was giving way to a lot of people, but it's just, I think it's normal. Tell me this happens to you as well. So you got your little basket. You've obviously only got a few items. Then you got your families who've got a massive double-decker trolley full of saman. You get to check out. And the thing with Aldi is it's a bit like bingo. So like even the other day, I got to the checkout. There's only one checkout open. but you know at some point it's going to be like, dear customers, number 5 checkout is now open, and then everyone's like, "Kate, Kate, Kate," and everyone runs, right?
That's the worst.
And so I was a bit like, I was slow walking. I was doing a bit of like a creep. I was like, "This is a really long line. I'm not going to commit to it. Something's going to open up." Kate hoga. So I was hovering, right? I was like, man, I'm ready, like, right? So I had my arms everywhere, right? And then one opened up, and I was like, yes. So I'm moving towards it, and then there's this family. They got a massive truck full of saman, and I'm like, oh shit, man, they're gonna take up the whole conveyor belt. Like that's how much saman they had.
Yes.
I'll just be at the end until the husband says, "Would you like to go in front, mate? You've only got small number of items." Like, and the thing is, this is how British we are. They're like, I'm like, are you sure? Like, why? You don't even need to say that, really. Like, someone said, but you should be like, thank you, move on. I'm like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yes, get in there. But you don't always get that. There's only some people who are kind of, it's almost like as if they feel bad for having so much shopping and they feel that you should go first. I don't know. What's been your experience in this realm of politeness?
That doesn't happen much in London. People don't tend to give way to people that have
Don't
smaller
give
items.
a
Just like
shit.
get in line and wait your turn.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
So tell me, where does this culture come from, man?
I don't give a shit.
Why are you guys dickheads, man? What is it? Why is it rude and abrupt? Where does this come from?
I think it depends on the area you're in. Barking is not a very rich area. There's a lot of working class people here. So it's kind of like not a free-for-all, but everyone's clearly had rough days, tough times, and they're all just focusing on their own shit. And the last thing they want to do is think about giving someone way. They want to get in and get out of this packed supermarket, which if you don't get there on time, shit starts going out of stock. It doesn't get restocked. So if you miss something and you missed your opportunity to get it, you're a little bit like, fuck's sake, I got to come back again later in the week. So I feel like there is that underlying layer of discontent when you go food shopping here.
So what you're saying is, what I'm hearing is, it's nothing personal. It's just that I got a lot of shit to deal with.
No.
And I need to deal with that. And I'm just in my zone, in my lane. I just want to bang. Do you have that? Are you this way inclined? Or
that's literally it.
Are you polite or?
I'm quite okay. I mean, I tend to go, if I can, I'll nip out at lunch and go and get the food. But I thought in my stupid head, lunchtime's the perfect time to go. No, it's just as busy because people probably thought the same, or they're on part-time work and they finish work or going to work and they're doing their food shop now. So there's no easy time to go. The best time to go really is 8 a.m. in the morning where everything's stocked and ready.